In today's lesson, we'll be learning how to subtract and add polynomials. As you can see in this first problem, what we first want to do is we want to distinguish the like terms. So if you can see, both 5x to the fourth power and 7x to the fourth power both have the same degrees. And x to the third and 8x to the third power both have the same degrees. 2x squared and 4x squared both have the same degrees. 7 and 3 also both have the same degrees, which is 0, because there's no x after. Okay, so first, I'm just going to add 5 and 7, which are the coefficients. And yeah, so the first term of our answer is going to be 14x to the fourth power, because you want to add the like terms. And next, I'm going to add 8x to the third power plus x to the third power, because they have the same terms. That's going to come out to be 9x to the third power. Next, we're going to add the next sequence of like terms, which is 4x squared and 2x squared. That's going to be 6x squared. And lastly, we have 7 and 3, which equals 10. So for the final answer, what you want to do is you want to combine all these answers into one function. So it's going to be 14x to the fourth power plus 9x to the third power plus 6x to the second power plus 10. And that is our answer. Okay, so for our next question, we're going to be subtracting, and just like what we did before, we're going to find out like the like terms. So we have x to the fourth power as 1, and then x to the third, and x to the second, or x squared. Okay, since I distinguished them, but what I want to clarify first is you want to make sure to bring the negative to every term in the parentheses. So we can also rewrite it as, instead of just minus plus -1 times x to the fourth power minus 7x to the third plus 5x squared, because you want to make sure to multiply -1 to each the terms. So as you can see, 2x to the fourth power and -1x to the fourth power are the same, and -8x to the third power, and positive plus 7x to the third power, because you want to bring over the -1. You want to make sure you change the sign, because you have to consider that because of distributive property. I'm also going to do it to 5x squared. So 7x squared minus 5x squared, because they're the same terms, they're the same degrees, and you have to subtract because you have to change the sign after you multiply -1. Okay, so that comes out to be x to the fourth power. X turns out to be -x to the third power. 7x squared minus 5x squared is 2x squared. And just like what we did in addition, in the problem before with addition, we're just gonna combine all these answers into one function. So x to the fourth power minus x to the third power plus 2x squared. That is our answer. And you always want to make sure to make the highest degrees the first term, so it decreases as you go to the right. Now we're going to do some practice, and you can feel free to pause. So what we're going to do first is we're going to distinguish the like terms. And as you can see, the first function doesn't have something like a like term with 6x, but we'll figure that out later. So 5x squared and 7x squared both have the same degrees, which is x squared, so they're like terms. So we're going to figure that out. And then, as you can see, 6x doesn't have like a coinciding term, so we're just going to put in 0x squared plus 6x squared, or 0x, oops, actually it was x squared, but then we're just going to do 2 plus 4 because they're the last, and they both have the same degrees, which is 0. So first, 5x squared plus 7x squared is 12x squared, and then 0x squared, 0x plus 6x is 6x. And finally, 2 plus 4 is 6. And we're just going to combine all the answers we got. So 12x squared plus 6x plus 6. And that is our answer. Okay, so for the next problem, we're going to be subtracting again. And you always want to keep in mind that we need to bring over the minus sign. So you can also rewrite it as plus -1 times what we're doing. So then I'm going to write an arrow to show. So you always want to multiply -1 to the first term, second term, and the third term. So if you figure it out right now before, it's -5x squared minus 2x minus 2. So you're just basically adding again, but with different terms. So 9x squared minus 5x squared are like terms, so you want to subtract those. And then 4x minus 2x, because they have like terms, and 7 minus 2, and we want to figure them out. So 9x squared minus 5x squared is 4x squared, and then 4x minus 2x is 2x, and 7 minus 2 is 5. And we're just going to combine all these answers together. So 4x squared plus 2x, and then plus 5. And that is our answer. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching.